In this video, we'll have a look at how to use our multimedia material. You can find this on the Teacher's Assistant page on your local Publications website, which is mmpublications. And your country code. Go to the Multimedia Material tab of your coursebook. The multimedia material is available online. Just click the right level to start it. But you can also download it, so that it will run when there is no internet available. After downloading, you can't use the material straight away. It's in a zip file and still needs to be extracted. How you can extract a zip file depends on your computer, but the easiest way is to click on the Extract button. Type the name of the folder where you want to keep the multimedia material, and click Extract. You can copy the material to a pen drive, a USB stick or a different computer. To start the material, double-click on Main menu. If this is what you see, it means you are running the zipped version. Whether you run the online or downloaded version, this is how it should look. I recommend pressing the F11 key to enter full screen mode, because the material looks better. Let's go to today's lesson. I click on Student's Book and the correct module. These are all the pages of this unit. Today's lesson is 4A, so I click on that page. As you can see, the page on the screen looks the same as the student's book. You can use the arrows at the bottom to go to the next or previous page. At the beginning of the lesson, we usually check homework, so I click on the Workbook button. And I click on the exercise. By clicking on an empty gap, I can show the correct answer. Or I can click on the I button to show all the answers. After checking homework, we can go to today's lesson. So, I click on the Page button. And I can click here to go back to the student's book. Let's have a look at the main text by clicking on it. As you can see, the text is not shown automatically. This allows us to introduce the reading text in a different way. We can discuss the pictures, or play the audio as a listening task. By clicking on the speech bubble, you can switch the text on or off. When you use the online version of the material, the slider might not be working properly. This is not a big problem, because you can jump to any part of the text by simply clicking on it.
Many years ago, people used to cut a cockroach in half and put it into their ear. But you shouldn't try this at home.
If you want to look at new words, you can click this button to open the vocabulary list. On the left, you can find all the new words of this lesson. Just click on the word you want to look at. At the top, we have the keyword, with audio. Below the definition of the word, and below that a sample sentence, which also comes with audio. We can go to the next part of the lesson by clicking on the right arrow. Next we have the reading comprehension questions. We've got something really nice here. If you click on the question mark next to the question, you can see where in the text you can find the answer. This shows students that you first need to find the answer in the text, and then decide what the answer is. Also here, you can show the answer by clicking on the empty gap. Next, we have the grammar part. You can click on the paperclip button to show the rules. The next part of the lesson is listening. The audio can easily be started from this page. With the listening comprehension tasks, we also have the question mark buttons. This shows the part of the text where we can find the answer. By clicking on the speaker button next to it, we can listen to this part again. This is a great tool to develop listening comprehension. By clicking on the paperclip button, we can see the whole transcript. You can play any part of the text by clicking there. Next, we have a speaking task. For all speaking tasks, we have suggested answers. We can listen to this, read it, or do both, based on the level of your students. We can compare the suggested answers with what students did, and they can learn from the ideas, vocabulary and phrases used in the suggested answer and improve their speaking. We also have a range of tools that you can use. In this video, I won't be talking about them, but feel free to see what they do. We can go back to the opening screen by clicking on the House button. What are some of the extras you can find on the multimedia material? First of all, we have the videos. Each video consists of 3 parts: Part 1, which is vocabulary, Part 2, which is an animated story, and Part 3, which is a documentary-style video. You can jump to a part by clicking on the number. You can play the videos with or without subtitles, by clicking on this button. And finally, we have interactive games. There are different games available that can be used for some enjoyable practice in the last 5 minutes of the lesson, or as a reward for good work. Many teachers asked us why we made changes to the multimedia material, because they like the older version. This is because the old version uses Flash Player, which is no longer supported and might be a security risk for your computer. Soon, computers won't be able to play this anymore. The new version has all the same functions and is just as easy to use. Because it is HTML-based, it runs on all electronic devices and can also be used online. If you have any questions, or any problems, please contact your local representative.